What separates the successful top online income earners from the people who are struggling to make their very first sale online? Is it something that they know? Is it maybe some sort of skills that they have? Or maybe it's a special tool that gives them the cutting edge over everybody else? I'm Milana, and if you're not finding the success you want, keep watching because we're here to reveal the secrets of the super successful. Here in Riviera Maya, something incredible is happening right along this coast. We're here for a very exclusive invite-only event called Platinum Summit, where 100 of the top online income earners at ClickBank have been invited to enjoy these beautiful sandy beaches and crystal clear blue water. These high income earners are collectively making hundreds of millions of dollars per year. These people get to enjoy the freedom they want to travel, to work from anywhere they want, and to just really enjoy the lifestyle doing what they're passionate about. We've invited them here to network, to learn, to grow together. We do this every year, but this year is really special. Why? Because for the first time ever, we're sharing their secrets and strategies with you. Here at ClickBank, we're on a mission to create the next wave of online income earners, and that could be you. Here's my partner, Justin, to tell you all about the opportunity.
Hey, my name is Justin Atlan. I help head ClickBank University, and we've already taught almost 100,000 students how to find success on the internet. And I'm really pumped up to be here because we're going to be uncovering in the next couple of days the secrets of the success of the ultra successful, the clients here that are making so much money, doing what they love, and being able to live a lifestyle that most people only dream of. I've been lucky enough to be featured in the White House for being one of the top 100 young entrepreneurs in the USA, being written up on CNN Money, Yahoo Finance, and a ton more. Even made a documentary about the new lifestyle of working on the internet called living.com, which premiered in Hollywood. That was really cool, but I'm really passionate about helping you find success on ClickBank. Today, we're gonna actually interview people and talk through the things that are working best in their business and what advice they would give to you who's just getting started, as well as kind of an insider's view on some of the successful strategies that they're using right now to rake in millions of dollars. So let's go ahead and meet them. Before we meet some of the multi-millionaire earners on ClickBank, it's important for you to know that they're not alone. Here at Platinum Summit, there's over 100 really huge earners who are generating so much money, and we're able to hang out together, maybe hang out by the beach, by the pool, go on some adventures, go snorkeling, dance the night away, eat at fine dining restaurants around this awesome resort. It's all great and fun, but the important thing is that people on ClickBank are making money, and a lot of people are. Over 100,000 people have found success on ClickBank. We've helped 1,000 people make over $1 million, which is one of my personal favorite statistics. And we've paid out over $3.5 billion to our clients. So that is amazing. And everyone here, when we look at the successful people, they have different backgrounds. They grew up during different generations. They had different struggles, and yet they all overcame them to find similar success and be this pinnacle of online leaders. And we're really excited to talk to them and impart their wisdom on you. Now, something important to know is that they also had different motivations. When we talked to them, we learned that motivation is one of the biggest driving forces because it pushes people to take action and keep taking action when things aren't going so well, which often that's how they start out. So you need to figure out what is your motivation. You know, we have people here that their motivation was to have enough money to not have to worry about the bank taking their house away. So they have a nice recurring amount to pay their mortgage or pay their bills or save up for retirement or pay off student loans or help their kids go to college. What are your motivations? I want you to think about this while we go through this video because that's what's going to really give you that power and that force to find success online and continue driving your path. Maybe one thing to think about, and this is something I'm really passionate about, is that ClickBank gives people time. All right? Time is not a renewable resource. It's not like money where you can just get more of it when you spend more of it. With time, what you spend is gone forever, and every second that goes by, you're losing it. ClickBank allows you to have more time. Okay, if you think about it, being able to build an online income stream allows you to spend time traveling if that's what you want to do, or spend time with your family, with your friends, spending time the way you want it, having that freedom to do it is the most exciting thing for me. And that's really what motivated me to building this online income that I've been able to achieve. So where do you fit in? That's probably what you're thinking out of all of this. Right now, it's better than ever to build a business online or just build an income online. There's no more gatekeepers. You can reach millions of people with your message using the internet without needing those things that a typical business needed, right? Back in the day, you need to have a location, a brick and mortar place. You have to hire salespeople. You have to have crazy insurance and liability and inventory and stock of everything and worry about shipping and all this stuff that you don't have to worry about anymore, which is absolutely amazing. And what we're going to actually talk about, I'm going to kind of tease you a little bit here, is in the next few days, we're going to be talking about a system that allows you to earn a pretty crazy amount of money generating high commissions like the pros do. We figured out by being here at ClickBank and getting all this intel of all these thousands and thousands of transactions that happen every day to learn what's working and what's not. And we're really seeing this divide between the people that are finding super high levels of success and those people that aren't finding the success that they want. There's certain roadblocks that are natural barriers that are stopping people from finding that ultra high level tier of success. And we figured out a way to get rid of those. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to actually happen on a ClickBank Breaks the Internet workshop event. That's what we're calling it, ClickBank Breaks the Internet, because it's going to break the internet for all marketers everywhere. So you're going to want to make sure you register for that below this video. You know, here at ClickBank and ClickBank University, as being one of the head creators of it, we've helped teach 70,000 plus people how to find success online. And that's been awesome. And we've learned so much from them that we've been able to create a system that helps destroy a lot of the roadblocks that were previously in place. So we're really excited about that. Now, if you haven't had the success you want yet, you know, don't worry. It takes the right mentors, it takes the right knowledge, it takes the right tools, the right support to really have those breakthroughs. So when we're talking to the people here, a lot of them actually were really open, which is absolutely amazing to us. They were really open, mostly in private discussions about the struggles that they faced when they were just getting started. Everyone faced struggles, times that they doubted themselves, that they weren't sure if they could do it. And so if you're in that place right now, if you haven't found the success that you want, please keep watching, please don't give up. Everyone's been through it, especially myself. I know what it's like to really try to work hard at something and not have that final missing piece. So we're gonna try to uncover that for you and put the pieces of the puzzle together for you. You're here because you made the decision that you want to live a life that's different, right? You don't want to be kind of a slave to that 9-to-5 grind, the feeling of being that hamster on a wheel, never really kind of going anywhere. You know that there's something better out there for you, and you see all these people out here finding this success. And that's why we're super excited for that training that I was talking to you about, where you're going to learn how to earn an income like the pros do, because you're not going to have those newbie roadblocks in place. Everyone we talk to here has had a slightly different path to success, but I want you to really focus on 3 main things that these people really have ingrained in them, and they know that's responsible for their at least initial success. And what is that? Well, the first thing is self-belief. You have to believe in yourself. You have to trust in yourself. You have to invest in yourself, or else you're not going to really get anywhere. Now, the second thing is to focus on what works. Okay, so learning from others on what works and then focusing on that so you can grow it and scale it. Now, the third thing is to just not give up, because what happens is when you're scaling, when you're growing, when you see what works and you try to emulate it, it might not work out exactly the way you planned or you hoped, and you had these expectations, and it might be you might be almost there. You just have to make one more turn and you're there finding success. So the third thing is to not give up and stay true on your path. So while everyone here had different struggles and different motivations, they shared the same principles for success. Now let's go ahead and listen to them and check them out. We asked them, what would you recommend to a complete newbie as advice to start being successful on the internet?
Hi, I'm Susan Bratton, and I am the trusted hot sex advisor to millions and the CEO of Personal Life Media. I've been with ClickBank for nearly a decade, and the one tip I give you if you're just getting into business is to put all your attention on a single funnel. Just build one funnel and keep refining it. Learn how to do split tests. Look for copy hooks and ideas. Use a lot of curiosity to get people engaged. And look at different pictures and illustrations for your page. Just keep working that seam. Just keep going for that one thing, and pretty soon you'll have something that really appeals to a wide audience and starts to make you money.
If I can give a piece of advice, it would be to start with a simple solution. And that's why I do like ClickBank. I started with no knowledge in the field whatsoever, and I was signed up half an hour later. So I didn't have to worry too much about the technical aspects of that part of the business. I could just get on with designing the site and trying to make some money.
I think the number one piece of advice would be not to give up. When you first start internet marketing, it can be frustrating. It's not always going to go awesome at first. I think you need to kind of practice, do a lot of things, but really just can't give up. I mean, I started out, and it took me a good 6 months to a year to really get some traction, but I think at the end of the day, if you don't quit, you work hard, and you just get after it, you're going to be successful. So it always comes down to just not quitting.
There's a lot of things I would say to somebody that's just starting in internet marketing, but one of the things that would really advise someone who's just starting right now is to focus. Why? Because right now we live in a world that there's too many distractions. Right now you have a cell phone with a lot of social media applications. You want to know what's going on with your grandma, with your ex-partner or anything. Your phone, WhatsApp, you got text messages. So right now to focus in your business would be one of the best things that I would advise someone that's just starting into the market.
My advice to someone just starting out is determination, believing in yourself, and consistency. When you're starting something new, it's hard to see it through to the end, and that takes a month or a year to find that determination can be trying, especially if you have naysayers in your life and maybe your significant other doesn't believe that you can do it. That's the key, is actually following through.
My number one piece of advice would be find an affiliate program that you're passionate about. Find an affiliate program that you can get behind, that you can recommend to your friends and family. Find an affiliate program that you 100% fully believe in. Because if you don't believe in the product you're selling, you're not going to be able to sell it well. You're not going to be able to be successful. And a lot of people limit themselves. They start affiliate marketing and they promote products they don't fully endorse, but they do it because they believe they can make some money doing it. But what I've seen time after time, because I've been involved in this industry for quite a few years, and I've seen a lot of affiliates come and go, is that affiliates who promote products they don't fully believe in, some of them might make no money, some of them might make a lot of money, but they end up shifting and they end up pivoting away because they had too much success or they had too much failure, but they don't believe in the product. So you need to start with the product you can fully believe in.
So my number one piece of advice for someone starting with internet marketing is to partner up with someone more expert than you, or having someone that you don't personally have, or some add value you can find in someone else. So you can partner with him and create a product or something together, so you can joint venture your strength and then create something that is more valuable for your community. Then you can have a kind of exchange of expertise. So if you're new and you do not know something specifically about video marketing or social media, you have someone more expert than you.
Now, although the feedback from those millionaires and ultra high earners on ClickBank seems really simple and seems obvious, trust me, it's profound, and I want you to really pay attention to it. These are people that have made so much money on the internet, most people can only dream of it. Now, next we're gonna talk to two of my friends and also clients on ClickBank that have found so much success, they've agreed to do a sit-down discussion about the success that they're finding and maybe some insights that you can use for yourself. Now, if you checked out the free report that we had, you already met JR, you already met Ryan, and you learned how they make $1,000 commissions. So hopefully you can too. Let's go talk to them.
I'm JR Fisher, and I have a couple different companies, one of them being Survival K Food, which is a survival food company, and I also have courses that teach people e-commerce. You definitely want to be an affiliate
Right.
because there's so many great offers out there. Why just sell your own? Why not sell some other great ones? I literally did not have a plan at all, so if you don't have a plan, don't worry about it. I started off selling cell phone cases online, and did not do well at it, but that got me in the door, and it got me learning things, and that's really the key, is you got to kind of get in the door, you got to start trying things, and if you do, you'll come across something good. I mean, they're out there.
What kind of advice would you give people that are maybe struggling, and so they can kind of relate and see the light at the end of the tunnel?
I can really relate to struggle. I didn't have a clue what I was doing at the beginning. You know, I kid around that I couldn't even send emails well when I first started off. When I found the forward and reply button on my email, I thought, holy crap, it's going to save me so much time, because I was copying and pasting everybody's email.
Wow.
So that was my level of technical expertise. And like I said, my first product I did not do well, cell phone cases, but it led me to all the other products. If you get in there and kind of get your feet wet, you'll find some stuff. That's how it works. Don't worry if you don't have a plan. You know, get some training and get started, because I know I didn't have a plan. I just knew I wanted to make some money online. So everybody thinks they got to find the perfect product, the perfect thing before they get going, and have everything set up and everything lined up. And there's no perfect time. There's no perfect plan to do that. You just need to get started. If you get started, you'll come across stuff because it exposes you to everything that's out there. But if you don't get started, you won't see any of those opportunities.
That's awesome. I think you're the same way. We're passionate about helping other people because we've struggled to figure it out ourselves and have been lucky enough to find tons of success doing it. And now the next step is kind of to like share it. You know,
That's how it should be.
That's the way it should be.
Pass it on, right?
So one thing I also want to talk to you about, because I know you're doing this a lot in the background, and we've promoted your products also through webinars.
Oh my God, webinars are awesome. Just awesome. And I'll tell you, what a webinar really is, it's to help people in advance. You know, it's not just to sell somebody a product. Now, you know, they buy my products because of my webinars, but it's not a matter of me getting on there and saying buy. It's a matter of saying, here, this works, and they can actually apply it that day and get results. And the funny thing is, if you help people by giving them results, they do want to buy your product. So, you know, that's
awesome.
what you do in yours too, I know.
Yeah, I think webinars are using something that a lot of marketing doesn't use. That's kind of the factor of like reciprocity and giving value and going through some real good content that people can absorb during the webinar. And then once you have something for sale, at the end of it, they realize, wow, I've learned so much for free, you know, and I have all this trust, and I've been on this webinar for an hour, building a relationship with the webinar presenter. It's very easy to have them want to jump into that next step of joining the course.
And doing those webinars in the right format and getting them set up the right way, that's critical too. You can't just get on there and ramble on. You've got to have a plan. You've got to know how to do it.
Yeah, there seems to be this formula. You know,
there definitely is a formula.
We've really been figuring out, and you know, these different sequences lead up to the pitch, and then that's when everyone gets to join and creates a huge amount of sales all at one time, all live.
And knowing that process and knowing those steps and getting it from somebody who's already done a webinar, like you've done webinars, I have too, you know, makes it so much easier, because you don't have to go through all those trials and tribulations and mistakes and not saying the right thing at the right time. You know, just get it from somebody who's already done webinars.
Yeah, definitely. And I think another really cool thing, and this is pretty much all we're doing on our site, is when we're promoting products, we're asking vendors if they have a webinar, and we're just promoting their like higher ticket product. You know,
right.
That's, to me, I mean, let me know for you, like when you promote a product, and if you've been an affiliate to like a webinar, those seem to me to make the most like dollar per effort.
Definitely.
Bang for our buck as marketers.
Yeah, getting somebody, and they have to have a good product, of course. That's the key thing, right? You want to be selling a good product, but that'll come out in the webinar, and they'll see that. If they see that and they see the value, they're going to buy at the end of the webinar. They just will.
And just so everyone can kind of get a good idea of what types of products, like what is the price point, for example, so they understand that these are higher priced products.
Yeah, you know, most products you're going to sell on a webinar is going to be like a $9.97 to maybe a $19.97, or sometimes even above that. But you know, that $1,000 to $2,000 range is, you know, a normal. And sometimes you can break that down into payments for people. But that's a good range to have, for a webinar.
Yeah, we've seen that work really well. And also, what kind of, for your products and your webinars, we've run some of them, they've done really well. What kind of like percentage can people expect to convert on the webinar? The people that are live, when you pitch the product, you know, out of, say there's 500 people on the webinar, you know, how many sales at $1,000 do you think?
It's going to vary according, but I got to tell you, when I do a webinar with you, we have some crazy conversions, like 20-30%. And when you think about it, and people get an email and maybe 2 or 3% open the email and 1% click, webinars, incredibly profitable when you can get 20 to 30% of people buy your product at $1,000. You know, it doesn't take a mathematician to figure it out. That's pretty good money for an hour and a half work.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. And then that's kind of only part of it. Like, you do the webinar, it makes this big amount of sales, but you know, you've seen how we promote your webinars. Like, there's sequences after that. The next day makes money. The next day makes money.
Right.
You create a replay at the end of it that really kind of increases sales on the last day.
To do that, we're sitting here in Cancun, Mexico now,
Yeah.
and we're sitting on this nice lounge here out by the pool, and we're working. And this is working. If this is what you want to do, I mean, this is the way you go about it. I mean, this is where you would start right here, and this is where you would end up too, at one of these resorts somewhere, because you can certainly do it. You make money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no matter where you are in the world. And I don't know of another job that you can do that in. And I don't know of a better time to do it either. You know, this wasn't available 15, 20 years ago, and who knows if it will be available, 20 years from now. But right now is the best time to get in. It's growing so much now that, for those of you who worry, well, I've already missed out, it's not good anymore. No, this is the best time. This is the time to get in.
My name's Ryan Croissant. I've been marketing online since the early 2000s in a variety of different capacities. And through that whole time, though, I've been running information marketing businesses, selling everything from rock climbing, training information products to high-end, really full-encompassing courses that are in the financial or business opportunity space. And I've been selling them in a lot of different mediums as well. Everything from traditional sales letters to video sales letters to over the phone to sales webinars, which has been one of the absolute best ways for me to be able to promote my products and really capture people's attention, provide value, and bring them in as customers.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. So for everyone that's kind of just getting started out, what would you say to them to stay motivated and stay excited and stay on the right path? What kind of advice?
As an entrepreneur, you're going to have your ups and downs, so you have to know that coming in. And there's a few things that have really helped me over the years. One of the biggest things is focusing on my goals. I know most people always talk about the power of sitting down, setting your goals, and writing them down, and I'm no different in the matter that I highly, highly encourage that. And the reason I do that is because it's different when it comes from your head to pen and paper. And as you sit down and write things out, you start to actually figure out what you really want. And I don't mean just writing down things like, I want to make more money. That's great, but what does money actually do for you? Maybe it gives you time. Maybe it gives you the freedom to go where you want, or quit your job, or do any of these myriad of things. Maybe take care of your family. But you need to get very specific on what it is and why that motivates you.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think those things are huge. Anytime I lose or I feel like I'm burning out and lose that steam, I try to visualize my motivations and what brought me there, what kind of got me started, and what it'll feel like once I've achieved things. And then I think a lot of marketers now, once they do get to that level, it's like, now what? And there's that little crisis, and then they realize, wait, points to contribute and to give value and to help other people. I wanted to talk, you mentioned this right away, is that you're having a lot of success with webinars.
Yeah.
And we've actually even promoted your product. It did really well.
Yeah.
So I don't know, if you could maybe talk about how webinars are changing your whole business and why you're focusing on them, and what's the value of a webinar?
So I think what's so powerful about webinars is you get to capture someone's attention for a longer period of time. In any type of business, it's all about being able to garner someone's attention, run them through basically the value that you're providing, how you can be a solution to the problem that they have, and then make them an offer. And in an email or on a video sales letter or however you're currently selling it, you usually have a set period of time to capture that attention. In a webinar format, most of the time everyone joining the webinar has been on some type of training class or webinar before, so they know that they're going to be there for at least an hour, sometimes 2 hours. For me, I love doing long webinars, and I'm sure you remember the one that we did was, I think, over 3 hours or something like that. But I like to stay on for a long period of time because it allows me to provide more value, make sure I can get people's questions answered, and most importantly, it allows me to recap my offer multiple times. Because as we know, most individuals never buy off of the first kind of experience with you as a brand. And just like a webinar, you don't know how much someone was paying attention as you were running through your slides. And so you want to make sure you kind of recap the benefits, recap understanding, and do some great training. So that's one of the reasons I love it. But the other main reason is it's a mechanism where one of my mentors taught me, Frank Kern, where you can provide results in advance, right? It's a lot harder in a video or email series to provide maybe the exact results you're trying to help someone get in advance. But if you've got their attention for at least an hour or an hour and a half, 2 hours, you can go through and actually give them some really valuable action steps that they can take and run with it. And by providing that value, they immediately start to kind of contemplate, well, if I'm learning this from Ryan here in this setting, what could I actually do and accomplish outside of when I invest in his training and, you know, I really start to dedicate myself to it. And that's what's so great, you know, it really gives you that opportunity. And the thing that you need to understand, especially online, is people get nervous about selling things, right? And they should be they should be excited about selling stuff, because we need to understand that if we have good products or we support good products like CBU, you then are doing people a disservice if you don't get them to purchase the program. It's literally, I believe, your moral obligation to do everything you can to get them to invest in the training, because it can have a dramatic impact on their life. Right. So if you find other folks that are doing a really good job of these structures, I mean, it makes your life so much easier.
Yeah, awesome. We're actually making a software, I haven't mentioned this to you, but we're making a software that allows affiliates to promote webinars really easily without having to get a ton of people all live at the same time.
Yeah.
And that way they can start making, you know, commissions as what's your commission rate, for example?
Right now people will earn, you know, $500 roughly per sale, 50% on a $1,000 product.
Yeah.
And we've got upsells and continuity, and sometimes there's even back-end sales that they get a $1,000 commission on as well.
Yeah, that's an awesome way to really jumpstart your earnings. You just need a couple sales a month for them to really kind of get to that next level, which is amazing. What I talked to Ryan about there for a moment about a software, that's actually what we're going to be unveiling on the ClickBank Breaks the Internet training event. I'm so excited for it because you're going to be able to, for the first time ever, earn commission checks like $1,000 per sale to you without needing a product, without needing an email list, without needing inventory. And it's revolutionary, and it's the first time we're ever releasing this to anyone. And we want to make sure it's just ClickBank subscribers. And you are going to see something that has never been seen or maybe even thought of by marketers. We called it the ClickBank Breaks the Internet because we think it's going to break the internet for marketers everywhere. It's going to absolutely be mind-blowing. So without further ado, make sure to register for it, because we use GoToWebinar, and that system holds only 1,000 people, and we will most certainly max out and reach capacity, because this is the biggest event we've ever done. This is the most exciting thing we've ever held, and I am so pumped up to be able to present it to you and show you the system that's going to allow you to really just earn like the pros. Things that pros are doing to make so much money aren't possible for newbies, because there's certain things holding them back that only a software system can really just take away those roadblocks, those barriers. So make sure to register. Below here, you're going to be able to open up the webinar and register for it. And at 1,000 capacity, we will be maxed out and no one will be able to attend. So once you register, make sure to set a reminder on your phone and show up 5 minutes early so you don't miss out. So that's it. I'm super pumped up, and I'm excited that you're going to start earning like the pros. So register below, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you there.